Jai Gurudev, dear students. Welcome again in this science class. Okay, so let's start today's topic. You know, children, we are studying about the chapter 9, the plant world. Okay, and under this chapter, we have studied about the different systems. Main two systems I have explained you: root system and shoot system. And other than this, about different parts of the plant, like here I have drawn the diagram, and we are studying one by one different parts of the plant. So roots, about roots, their functions and their modifications, okay, and their types. I have explained you in the previous classes. And second part is stem. So this is a stem part of the plant, okay. And about stem also I explained you that under shoot system, these all the parts are coming under shoot system except roots. Means those parts which are present above the ground, they are coming under the shoot system. So under shoot system, I have explained you about the stem and their modifications, functions of the stem. So all these we have studied in the previous classes. After this part is a leaf, and today I will explain you about this part of plant which is called leaf, children. And after leaf we will study about the flower and fruits. Okay, so these are the different parts of the plant and we will study one by one about these parts. So today we will study about leaves. Let's start about the leaf. So children, you know that leaf is a green part of the plant, and this is also called food factory of the plant. Why we called as a food factory of the plant? Because only leaves are the parts of plants which can prepare food for the whole plant, and these leaves are green in color. Why they are green in color? Because of the presence of a pigment color producing chemical which is called chlorophyll. Chlorophyll. I'll erase it. Now chlorophyll. Okay. Our today topic is leaf. Not only we will study about the leaf, we will study about the modifications of leaf also, and what are the different functions which are performed by leaves. So first of all, you should know that why leaves are green in color, because of the presence of chlorophyll in them. So how they prepare food? Children, in the junior classes also you have studied about these leaves, that they can prepare their food from very simpler substances. Means from the air they get carbon dioxide, CO2 is carbon dioxide, and from the roots means from the soil they absorb water through their roots. So water is H2O. So from the soil they absorb water and minerals, and from air they absorb from air they get carbon dioxide, and with the help of sunlight they can prepare their food by the process of photosynthesis. And children, this sunlight is absorbed by a special pigment which is present in the leaves only. So this chlorophyll absorbs sunlight. Leaves this carbon dioxide enter through the small pores which are present in the leaves that are called stomata. And these stomata are the tiny pores which are present on the surface of leaves. So these stomata, through these stomata, carbon dioxide enter in the leaves, and with the help of carbon dioxide, sunlight and water, plants can prepare their food, okay, in their leaves. So that's why leaves are called food factory of the plant, because it is only the part which can prepare food for them. So children, this process which takes place in the plants, I have written in a very simpler way. You should know the equation also. You will learn in higher classes this full equation, that how we write the process of photosynthesis. So this full process means plants, how they prepare food, that process is called as photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. Okay, so this is main important part, or we can say this is main important function of the leaves, that they perform the process of photosynthesis. Okay, so that's why leaves are green in color. And why leaves are green in color? Because of the presence of chlorophyll pigment, green color pigment. Okay children, so after this, we will study about parts of leaf. Means you must have seen many different kind of leaves, and children, there is a variety of leaves in the environment, and in different plants different types of leaves are there. And if we talk about its structure, suppose this is one leaf, okay, and in the natural leaf also I will show you all the parts. This full flat part of the leaf is called lamina, or either we call lamina or we can call as leaf blade. Okay, this full flat part of the leaf is called lamina or leaf blade. And some of the leaves have small leaf-like structures which are present here just below their base. They are called stipules. And children, stipules are not present in all the leaves. Okay, in some of the leaves you can see stipules, but if stipules are not there, then also other parts you should know. This diagram is also very important. That's why I tell you that how to draw it and label it. This part, stalk of the leaf, is called petiole. Okay, and this is called, these are the margins of the leaves. Okay, and this is called margin, or you can write leaf margin. Okay, so this is margin, and this central part which is present at the center, this part is called midrib. Midrib. Okay, so this part is called midrib, which is present at the center. And from this midrib part, this kind of structure you can see in various leaves. These are called veins. Okay, these are called veins. And children, on the basis of these veins, these main branches of midrib are called veins, and these veins are also again subdivided and make a web-like structure in the leaves. Okay, in this way they can make a web-like structure, or we can say network-like structure. So in this way full leaf you can make like this. So children, on the basis of the structure of veins, we can also classify the leaves into two main categories. So on the basis of leaves, this is called leaf tip. Leaf tip. Okay, or in higher classes we can use the term apex also. Okay, but for your class you can write leaf tip only. So these all are the different parts of a leaf, and these all the parts you should learn them, and you should know how to make a leaf and how to label different parts. So after this, I told you that these, on the basis of different veins, or on the basis of the shape of these veins and network of veins, we can classify the leaves into two main categories. So let's see what are those categories. I'll write here. That is reticulate, means pattern of the veins is called venation. Okay, pattern of the veins is called venation of leaves. So what is venation? Venation means how these veins are present in any leaf. Arrangement of veins in a leaf is called venation. So on the basis of these pattern of veins, we can classify the venation into two different kinds, or we can classify the leaves also into two main kinds. One is reticulate venation and second is parallel venation. Parallel venation. So venation you can write with this: reticulate venation and parallel venation. So reticulate venation is this kind of venation which I have told you. Here I have explained you that veins when comes from the midrib and they made a branch like structure, and again veins divide and subdivide again into subveins, and they ultimately capture a full leaf lamina, and they make a web-like structure or network of veins. This kind of structure is called reticulate venation. Okay, this kind of venation is called reticulate venation. And what is a parallel venation? That I'll show you through the diagram that what is a parallel venation. Reticulate venation, children, you can see in many leaves. I'll also show you. I am having one leaf I brought for you to show you the difference between reticulate and parallel venation. That I'll show you. But first you understand through the diagrams so that you can find out yourself also when you compare different leaves. Okay, and reticulate venation we can see in guava leaves, mango leaves, or this rose plant or whatever. There are so many kind of, generally leaves are reticulate, they are having reticulate venation only. But some of the plants which are having parallel venation, and parallel venation is, you can see in sugarcane leaves, second in maize leaves. These plants are generally, you can see anywhere, maize leaves and wheat leaves, rice leaves, and other than this bamboo leaves also. So whenever you see any of the plant which I have given you now examples, you can see parallel venation in that. So what is parallel venation? Children, you know that suppose this is a leaf of sugarcane, okay, or we can say maize. I have brought maize leaf for you. So sugarcane or maize leaf, both are similar, and in these leaves you can see at the center one main line like structure is there. This is called midrib, and other all the veins are present parallel to these this midrib in this way, okay. All these veins are present parallel to the midrib. So these are the veins, and the central one is, which I'll show you by the use of different color. This pink is a midrib, okay. So these white are the veins and this is midrib. So children, this type of venation is called parallel venation, okay. And now I'll show you through the these original leaves also about reticulate and parallel venation, and you can also compare in between two leaves, okay. So let's see. Yes children, now you can see this is original leaf I have brought for you, and you can see its structure. I'll show you all the parts in this leaf also, because I have drawn on the board also this diagram of the leaf, and now I'll show you here different parts. So let's start from here. This part is called petiole, okay. Petiole of leaf means this is a stalk like structure which is called petiole of the leaf, and here you can see this full flat surface of the leaf is called lamina, leaf lamina or leaf blade, okay. And children, other than this, these are the margins. I told you that sides of the leaves, these are called margins, okay. And after this we can see midrib here also, but when we turn the leaf you can see all the structure clear to you. See, here you can see midrib very clearly. This one, this is a midrib, okay. This structure is a midrib which is joined to the petiole, and this structure is center one, and this is called midrib. And you see from the midrib branches originated on both the sides. You can see here clearly these branches are called veins. These are the veins of leaves, and veins are again branched, or we can say branches of the veins are again making a network like structure. Here you can see here दे फॉर्म अ वेब लाइक स्ट्रक्चर, जैसे मकड़ी का जाल होता है ना, सेम वैसे इस टाइप का स्ट्रक्चर आप देख सकते हो. एंड दिस स्ट्रक्चर इज फॉर्म्ड बाय these veins. So because of these kind of structures, this leaf is called as a reticulate venation leaf. Okay, means this leaf has which kind of venation? Reticulate venation. So after this I'll show you parallel venation also. This is called reticulate venation. ओके, रेटिकुलेट का मीनिंग ही क्या होता है? वेब, मीन्स अ नेटवर्क. सो आफ्टर दिस वी कैन सी पैरेलल वेनेशन. आई विल शो यू इन द लीफ ऑफ मेज प्लांट. ओके, सो चिल्ड्रन सी these two leaves I am having. But in this leaf you can clearly see this is a maize leaf, or same sugarcane leaf also. If you see, you can see in this central part of the leaf is called midrib. This white is a midrib, and other than this midrib, if we see closer, you can see closely, then you can see here veins are present. It is it clear to you or not? You can see here, these are not visible actually in the video. I think it is not visible, or I'll show you like this. Can you see these lines which are parallel to this midrib? Means here some lines are there which are